Hey, fellow babies, welcome to an after show here. And we're going to start with a question. I think an important one. Clowns. Are they fun, happy things for children to enjoy? Or agents of evil? What do you think?
Well, it's like the cannibal asked, did this clown taste funny to you? I thought you were going to ask the other question.
No, this just popped into my mind and I forgot the other one. I couldn't even remember. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. So, what have you lost in your bum recently?
My virginity and respect.
Doc, she made me do it.
Who put that poll up? Was that you? Do you like clowns? Yes or no?
It's probably CF.
Because it could be referring to us.
Yeah, probably is, to be honest.
We're the nice kind of clowns. Yeah. We don't wear red noses and scare children.
Chuckle fucks, not the killer kind, you know. Bring back Ronald McDonald. Yeah.
Yeah, we had quite a few. I mean, we're talking about, looking back on the year. We had quite a few scary clown stories.
Yeah,
in the past year.
Turns out they are evil.
A growing trend.
Yeah. Clowns are always getting elected. Croat, you're not wrong there.
Yeah, they just don't wear the silly shoes and drive a car that falls to bits.
Well, not in public. I can imagine with that spray on tan of Trump's that he literally does put on clown shoes when he gets home. Yeah. But soon it'll be flip flops because I hear that's what you wear in jail.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
At least Crocs or something.
Yeah. Well, at least to the shower because you don't want to. You don't want to stand in a mutual shower without a barrier layer, right? That makes sense to me anyway.
And make sure you got soap and a rope so you got something to purchase and pull out.
Yeah, but at that token, I mean, how can you properly even wash your feet? You gotta stand there hopping around trying to lift your foot in the air. Don't you be looking at me.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you get like another inmate to do it for you? That's starting to get a bit weird.
Hey, John, you want to wash my backside for me? Yeah. No, like was said in the chat there, the crowd, avoid jail. Just don't get caught. That's the best way to go down. Not to go down. Yeah. So a little bit of a look back. We'll do more of that on or New Year's Eve as well. But
well, we're not going to do much of a look back because we can't bloody remember what happened. I mean, you guys in the chat will have to tell us.
Yeah, exactly. What did happen? We never remember what we say the next day.
What was some of your favorite stories you brought up on the shows? There you go. How did a poll on that one?
Yeah, they're probably as drunk as we are. I bet they don't remember either.
No.
Yeah. PJ, you been doing your homework, keeping notes? Yeah. But okay, let's start easy. So television. Anything that came out this year that you were like, yeah, that kicks ass?
What was that thing called?
The remote control? The thing you used to make the television work?
Yeah, that's what came out. But that was an accident, an emergency.
Yeah.
No. What was that? What was that? The show that were underground. Silo.
Oh, Silo. Yeah, that's on my list for sure. What a great show.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm almost regrettably say Picard season 3.
I did a rewatch on it, and it wasn't as strong, but it was still good to watch the first time because it was finally the ending of Next Generation that we should have got. You know, The next generation ending with Q and them, the beams, future, past, and forward and stuff. It was an all right episode and all, but
Yeah.
No,
I'd have been happy if they left it with that, but I think the only reason why Picard season 3 was a good ending to the Next Generation because they stuffed it up with the first 2 seasons of Picard, and he needed something to end it properly after that.
I wasn't overly dissatisfied with the first 2 seasons, but I think just Patrick Stewart was enough to at least keep me interested. Like, it's only an hour, you can get through.
I think there must be some other good things that came out.
I just discovered that TV show Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, or is that what it's called? Yeah. I've never been a big Godzilla fan and things like that and whatnot, but this TV show kicks a lot of ass. I highly recommend it. It's very good. It's way more drama and what's coming next and stuff. It's not just we lost another city. It's not just a Michael Bay movie or whatever, right? There's got to be.
Okay, I got a question for you. What was your favorite new piece of music released this year? And my second question is, can you name one?
Oh, God, son of a bitch.
And the answer to that will be nope.
Hold on, no, give me a little time, because in the back of my mind, I'm going to have to think.
I'm not very good at remembering the names of these things anyway, so I'm terrible at that in the first place. But I can't think of anything.
Oh,
anybody in the chat? Anybody, just name a song. No, tell you what, name any song that ever came out.
I could do that all night, but
just name a song. Yeah.
I can name what was the new Beatles release song? I can't remember. I can't name it, but I know that came out.
Yes.
Right. Although I've not listened to it because I don't care. It's not them. It's just AI crap and shit.
It is. Well, it is. Then they're using AI to clean it up, but should have just got AI to throw it in the bin, as far as I'm concerned.
When the people that own the band's rights resort to going to back catalog stuff they never wanted to release in the first place, and then try to dress it up and bring it out and stuff, it's just for money. I don't care. Not interested.
Was it us we were talking about it on one of the other shows? Because it was Michael Jackson did the same thing, didn't they? Well, I should say Michael Jackson's estate.
Yeah,
he didn't do it.
Yeah,
they brought out a new track. I can't even remember it.
Oh yeah,
to be honest with you.
Or you look at some of the '80s and bands and whatnot, and they re-release a greatest hits package every 5 years or whatever, just to keep it fresh and hope that they get some more cash. Some of these bands have like the Scorpions. I think they have like 9 greatest hits records at this point. It's ridiculous. But
it's really there was an advert running over here for Christmas. And it was basically just like some people having a Christmas party, and the guests are arriving. They're arriving too early. The doorbell rings, and there's all these people at the front door who go, "Yeah, it's the band. We're back together again." And it's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to recognize you and go, "Hooray! It's that band"?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know who you are. Yeah, you can imagine the person opening the door. Yeah, sorry. It's invite only. I don't know who the hell you are.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to turn the little clock off. Yeah. Or the band Dokken from the '80s. They did the Freddie song "Dream Warriors." They didn't own the rights properly to a bunch of their earlier stuff because they signed crappy contracts. So. Oops. Later on in life, when the dude's too old to sing the parts properly and all that stuff, they got together and re-recorded all the old songs for a new greatest hits album that everybody hated. Why do that? Like, sorry, you lost. What are you going to do? Right. Oh, where is it here? Where is it here? Okay, okay. I get to do one of those things here, but NANA has just come in with a direct donation for $66.60. And it says, I forgot to add a note to the donation, but you know my number.
Thank you, NA.
Big thanks, NANA. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's awesome. Makes it fun too. That's the NANA button.
We're going to ask, what is NANA? Is it not applicable? Not applicable?
Don't
know.
Not applicable.
Never asked.
No attention span. Oh, what do you guys think in the chat? NANA stands for. Let's get some good ones up. But yeah, big thanks, NANA. That's a huge one. Thank you so much indeed.
We got Ayaka in the chat says, what would be your second choice of character to be after Yoda? The Yoda thing, I never actually chose that. It was just like I found this like duff little plushie of Yoda, and this goes back like 15 years ago, and I just put my face on it for my Facebook profile, and it's kind of like just stuck. That's why if you look at it in like full resolution, it's really soft and it's not a very good picture because it was a crappy image to start with. But So this was never particularly a choice. It just happened that way, and I just ended up using it with the Shills and just been there since. So I think my second character would be me.
No, if you translate that, what it means is Princess Leia.
Yeah, with some Eccles cakes on for ears.
He just wants the furry things on his ears because he gets cold at night. You know, like in Spaceballs, she takes off the Walkman headphones. What?
You see this. I'm not actually Yoda. I'm just a very short Vulcan. That sticky out ear complex. Yeah.
I did that thing with the pot crumbs and the sinuses, and now the allergy is kicked in. Hold on.
It's going to be a Dawson sneeze fest.
Like, I swear to God, I have like an allergy to the stuff. It's very strange. Oh, I just kicked my microphone all over. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Guy's got no class, you know?
You might have to give it up.
I'm no quitter. Screw you. No, I just have to. I need to get some like wipes so I can, get the crystallese off my hands so it doesn't set me off. Oh, it's
good
crazy.
For washing your bum as well.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Speaking
actually,
of what,
I was just going to say, talking of what, there was a story I was going to run, which was this woman was just distraught with her boyfriend's habits because he didn't use toilet paper to clean his bum. And you think
3C cells?
Yeah. You go. Yeah, that's disgusting. No, apparently he uses wipes. Like
so he's actually
wipes.
clean instead of just.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking. I was reading this and thinking, where's the story in this?
Yeah.
Sorry, why are you upset about your boyfriend who doesn't have toilet paper? He has wipes.
Yeah.
It's like,
maybe she likes a little.
Like he's not cleaning.
Yeah, maybe when she goes down to town, she likes a little bung in the schnoz. I don't know, like.
Yeah,
no kink shaming, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know.
You're ruining the taste. I'm not licking your bum anymore. It tastes like disinfectant.
No rim job for you.
Oh dear. Sorry, you were gonna say something far more interesting, I think.
Yeah, forgot again.
Yeah. Welcome to the goldfish family.
Yeah, every time I get to the other side of my room, it's like I've never been there before.
We should get you a little arch for you to swim through and a little diver.
Yeah.
That sends bubbles out. Yeah. One of those chests, that they got with the air like collects inside it, and the chest opens up every now and then, and the bubbles all rise up, and you go, "Oh, what's in the chest? What's in the chest?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's bubbles, and it closes, and you go, "Oh, what's in the chest? What's in the chest? Oh, it's bubbles." What's in the chest? What's in the chest?
You've literally just moved me into my son's fish tank. That's what you just did.
It's where you should be.
Yeah.
Drowned.
I probably would. There's not very much room between the glass and the lid, or the water and the lid. Fuck, I can't even speak. Oh, both actually, but yeah. Yeah.
You could be working on your escapologist act.
I'm sorry, what now?
Yeah, you could be working on your escapologist act, where you're having an escape from tanks of water. Oh, never mind.
Is that what that word is?
Escapologist. Or an escapeologist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus
Christ. I learned something new.
No. What I learned is I haven't been drinking fast enough today.
Hey, Streamlabs has just been dealt with by our
why? What did it say?
Don't know. Naughty bastard.
Oh, it's being a dink and shilling out the after show that we're on.
Don't click on it.
Yeah, okay, here I can fix that. What a stupid thing, man. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, moderators, block him. Block that Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Troll.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, the Stream Elements bot wasn't working, so I turned on the Streamlabs bot again, right? Yeah, the Stream Elements bot seems to be like on strike until I get a better quality grass for the weekend retreat or something. I don't know what's going on. I'll have to try to fix it.
The Streamlabs one is drunk as well. So
oh yeah, it's got family issues, so it takes it out in alcohol. It's crazy.
Yeah, all the bots have gone mad. This is why we don't want AI in our world.
They're revolting because we were talking about trashing the little LG robot, and they're like, "Oh yeah, bitch."
Yeah, that's our friend.
Yeah, it's probably like their puppy dog, but it's also an infiltrator. Yeah, my God, my sinuses went crazy from that. Okay.
We'll stick it on your bum instead.
Thankfully, I don't think marijuana suppositories are legal in Canada yet.
That's because no one's checking. What are you talking about? Are you sticking marijuana at your bum? Yeah, bend over, sir. Let's get the rubber glove on. Just check.
Oh, that'd be a check at the border. We have to see if you've been taking marijuana anally. I'm sorry, what now?
Send in the sniffer dogs.
Yeah. Oh my God, tie that thing's tongue down. What the hell was that?
Sir, you should not be putting peanut butter on your anus when the sniffer dogs are around.
Yeah. If my wife finds out a German Shepherd's been licking my ring nut, I'm in trouble.
Again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's against my parole, asshole.
Last time I had a German Shepherd licking my arsehole, that was a lovely trip in Austria. in the pale moonlight.
Yeah.
The sheep were nice as well.
Like the green grass of Wales.
Very, very, very warm and loving.
Yeah. Whoa, I can hear myself.
Go way up.
Hey, how's it going?
It's trouble.
Hold on here. Nobody can hear you yet. Give me a second here. Okay. Where's the? Oh my God, my brain won't work. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay, so if I go here. Oh my God, why is this so hard for me? Like I know I do this so often. Why am I just stumbling so bad? Is it working? Okay, here. Okay, hold on. So if I come back to here.
Yeah. So while Dick is narrating,
Not yet, almost. Why isn't it not coming through? Sorry everybody, 1 second here. Okay. Well, it doesn't seem to be There's something not working for me. So here. Oh. Okay, I think now we can hear you. Let's see. No, I still don't. What the fuck is going on? My brain can't handle this crap.
well, she has to say something.
Yeah. I don't think they. Yeah, but your audio's not coming through to everybody. Copy. Okay, sorry everybody. 1 second here. Okay. Okay. Update. Come on. I Dunk, you got to carry it for a second. Well, oh, wait a minute.
Right.
I think she can be heard now. Try saying something.
Something.
Yeah, there you are.
All right. All right. Can everybody else hear me too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, you're
So
on now.
Apologize for the picture. Because I was not expecting to like run in the house and go live.
All good, all good. No worries, no worries.
But
so how's
Happy
things?
New Year. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Are you going to be able to join for New Year's?
New Year's Day?
Yeah, well, no, New Year's Eve. We start at noon Pacific and go right through to midnight
holy
Pacific.
shit.
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard no.
Well, you can pop in whenever you feel like, right? You know.
I'll try. I wasn't planning on being at home at all, but if I don't know, maybe I can do some like phone stream. I hear that some of the kids stream from their phones.
That would be actually cool. Let's try it, you know? Yeah. You can say hi and, jump in on the phone quick. That'd be fun.
Cool. I wasn't going to pop in today, actually, but then I heard you guys like grasping at topics, and I was just like, oh, God, they need me.
Yeah. We're so unprepared for the after show today. We barely had the show ready in time to do the earlier one.
Oh, the show was cool. Well, I mean, there's never a shortage of news. You can actually just Google breaking news and go down the list.
you pretty much can, but we always try to fit in some oddball ones, right?
Yeah.
That's where the team with the research, they really help. They get everything in and do it all up for us really well.
You have an amazing team. I'm very impressed with them.
More professional than we are, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was funny. I have a Discord group with my mods, and other people are just like, wow, it's so professional. And I'm like, well, this is what happens when you don't mod all your friends. So.
Yeah. To have a team all organized in one place and stuff is unbelievably helpful. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And it's kind of weird to say that. It's not like they're on payroll or anything. Like, we were all friends before I started my show, and I have modded with them. Well, and we're friends because I've modded with them on so many other channels. So when I noticed that they were frequenting my channel, I was just like, oh, cool. You get a wrench and you get a wrench. But I think I only have 5, I believe. So it's, and I am at like 4 30 or something like subs. So
Hmm.
I don't, but they're like really strong in the community. Like mods, like,
Mhm.
very well known in the community. So, I already know their style and people respect them when they talk, and life's good.
Yeah. I also find having a team makes it easier to set the limits on what's going to get you timed out and stuff because
Yes.
everybody has their own opinion, but
Mm-hmm.
when you're a mod for a channel, it's the opinion of the channel that counts, right?
Yes. Yeah, and I actually are well, yeah, I don't know. I'm I guess I'm probably past like the whole like I'm like one of the call out queens. So like if you're just like waving your wrench around like it's an extension of your appendage,
Yeah,
I'm gonna make insinuations about how small it must be.
yeah.
It doesn't matter how big it is. It's just where you stick it.
Well, I mean, I don't think that like a mod should have the right to start booting people out of a creators community. Like, we work so hard for every single sub.
Damn right. You don't take that lightly.
Right, exactly. And that's all I'm saying. And I mean, I don't take it lightly. I see something, and so that's why I have my mod room. So if I see my mods like going around in the chat, I'm like, okay, Mod A is not handling life well. You need to tag out. Who's on, quasi troll over here? So,
Yeah.
yeah, and I can, and without doing it in the chat because I like
That's
to be,
right.
I'm a
That's why you
manager,
need your
so I like
back
to be
room, right?
yeah, exactly. I like to be professional when possible, and I don't like to call people out. It's embarrassing, and it undermines you as a creator. It looks like you don't have your people under control, but like if you can kind of get them under control in a back room, it's like, okay, okay, soldiers, line up. This is what's going to actually happen going forward. And then, when they actually get into the chat, it looks better. But I want my so it sounds so weird calling an audience. I want everybody in the side chat because like I know most of them and I do really think of them as my friends. I want them to feel like they can like have an opinion and push back without fear of like, being punished like a little kid. You should be able to have a difference of opinion with a mod without fear of retaliation.
Yeah, I agree.
And so if there's anything, I mean, there's some known trolls. There's some people that were they to come into the chat. Like I couldn't stop my mods, like, let me, like if G-Man, came into the chat, like I don't know that I could save him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, earlier this week, a Christian came into a chat and they were just being a Christian and we know how they think. And so, but like people didn't like their opinion. And I'm like, well, okay. So
did you forgive them?
I didn't care. I like having that back and forth in the chat, right? I don't like having a what do you call it? A echo chamber.
No, you need that back and forth going.
Right.
That's part of the whole deal.
And if somebody's pissing you off,
and
then
it's good numbers.
You should. It depends. Some people are really sensitive. And I'm like, well, you can always block people, and then you never have to see their comments.
Exactly.
But what I want people to do. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say we should point out that we have someone in our chat in just about every single show, and not before we made some big changes around here, there were people wanting him blocked and banned because of things he said on other people's channels. But he was perfectly nice with us. But people bringing the shit from one channel, to this one and saying, he should be blocked. He's been brilliant.
Yeah,
we used to. I'm not going to name names, but he knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. You can't do that whole thing as if, well, that's what you. And so, no. We deal with people here as who they are here. There's none of that crap.
Right. And I mean, different channels have different standards too.
Like ours, very low.
Yeah. And no, and my mods know that too. It's like I'm pretty much TOS unless they're being overly offensive. Like I don't know. I don't think misgendering is TOS, but you're not allowed to do that in my chat.
Yeah.
You know, obviously no slurs like that. You know, I'm not even gonna question that. But like the mods do have to bring me receipts because again, it's my channel. But like, you can show me like, hey, they were using any kind of slur, and I'm like, all right, yeah, no, you had to do what you had to do. Like I'm not, you know, and there've been some people like I don't know if you guys know who Daryl Frost is, but he's been blocked from quite a few discords and side chats. And he comes to my shows most Sundays and starts with he has alternative views on scientific theory.
Alternative. That I love how it took you a little while to pick that instead of fucking psychotically crazy, but you know.
Oh no, he is a sub, and you know, what I appreciate is and I love him so much because he pushes back on the science.
Sub, hold on, sub. You mean like not leather mask, but of the channel, right?
No, he's in Australia, so alas.
Oh,
I can't
so
get
leather
him to be
mask.
one of my
okay.
subs, but
Just kidding.
he's frequently in the chat, and what I love about him is that he's the alternative views, and he comes and he very politely says, you know, why don't we still believe in a steady state? And everybody's like, are you serious? And I'm like, all right, guys, don't call him a crazy wackadoodle. Explain to him why we think that. And, you know, it gets
steady
heated.
state got no boogie, man.
Yeah. You know, but I just, for me, I like that. I like people. It's a lot of people just happen to be right. And
like me.
Right. And I don't like that. I prefer it if you know why you're right.
Yeah.
So when people push you, you get to build a more solid foundation. Or, you know, it's just like, you know what? I don't know. Let me go look into that. And I love seeing that. I love when people are like, you know what? I mean, and it's not defeat. It's just, you know, you learn something about yourself. I don't know enough. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things that a lot of us don't know enough about, but we just haven't. It's just like, well, it's there, and you know, do I need to know this? Until you're confronted with it, and then it's just like, you know what? I never thought about it like that. Let me double check. Let me, you know, for my own sake. And then,
you don't need to know how the internal combustion engine works to drive a car.
Right. Like, I careth not. I need to know who the guy is that does know, so that thing does not combust.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just need the reliable person to give money to make sure mine works.
Exactly. But a lot of like I have a lot of political fights on the internet. Surprise, surprise, and a lot of things I've had to look into, and like one of them is economics, which I still hate. It's convoluted, and try to find two economists that agree on a thing. I dare you.
Oh, no.
Right. So, I mean, it's hard to, you know, it's not like most things where, you know, there's like even a consensus. So, you know, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on and why this works, why it doesn't work. What are other countries doing so that we can streamline this? Maybe it can work a little better. It's been an up and down, but politics has been one of those things. Like when I'm even trolls on Twitter, it's like, okay.
Trolls on Twitter. That's a great name for a show.
So I'd be shocked if it wasn't somebody's show title. But Yeah, and they made me look more into things, and now I know more about that thing, and I'm a better person for it. And it was because of a troll, and because I didn't dismiss them, that I took it as a challenge to make myself better.
Yeah.
So I love not having an echo chamber. I have a couple of Christians that come by, and a couple of people that are I don't know.
I got friends that are Christians, and
Yeah.
one of them
my
is
whole family.
yeah, one of them is an engineer that literally helps design nuclear submarines. Right?
That's really cool.
Yeah, and dude's a slick cat. He's really cool, and the religion doesn't mean bad person the
No.
way that some atheist content on YouTube kind of gets really hard in that area. And I
Well,
just don't really
yeah.
think it needs to be now you get those ones, knocking on doors and doing all kinds of crazy stuff in the background and stuff and whatnot. And yeah, okay, yeah, or those, I'll slap your head and you'll fall to the ground and you're healed. Yeah, shut up, right? That's ridiculous. That's different.
I mean, you're in Maple Land, so it plays out a little differently up there than it does down here.
A lot,
And I'm in the north, so I'm lucky where people don't ask people what church they go to, what faith they are. It really is just like this, I'm in Baltimore, so it's just this big melting pot of everybody thinks thoughts, and you just, understand that, whatever it is that they need to be a good person, they do. And proselytizing is really, or just mentioning God at all, honestly, it's kind of looked down on because it's seen as proselytizing. Like, why are you talking about God? That's a little weird. However, in the South, very normal, I'm hearing.
Oh, yeah.
So when I'm talking to atheists, a lot of the anti-theists are from the South. And I have to keep reminding myself that they have very different experiences than I do.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
And yeah, I'm like, we're down there. It really is like religion is the thing they use to
full control.
Yeah, it is full control and is to support their bigotry. And everybody's like, well, if you could wave a magic wand and just let religion be gone tomorrow, wouldn't you? And I'm like, I don't know. Would that remove the bigotry?
Maybe in a few generations, but not instantly. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, the reason religion is so big in the Bible Belt, remember, those are also the slave states.
Yeah. Oh, so,
yeah. People think it's religion because that's the tool they use to impose their opinion. But religion is a tool. The bigotry is the
religion.
problem.
Religion. If you don't have to go back that far in humans' history to a point where religion was the law, the government, and your belief system all wrapped into one. Fall in line or else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
again, I'm not taking bigotry out of that, though. Just because the bigotry wasn't black and white, it was rich versus poor. It was still a tool that the wealthy used to impose their will onto the larger lower class. Well, I may not be here watching to see what you do, but God is always watching. God's got his eye right on your shoulder. If you don't do what I do, God will punish you. It's, it's always been, I can't say it's always been a tool of control. I really do think it was just, it started out as kind of a science. It was used to explain why does the sun rise? Why is there a drought?
Early pagan pre-Christian religions, I think, did. But by the time you get to Christianity and what's his name converting because he wanted it to not lose the people and stuff, it was all about control. As soon as you get to the Council of Nicaea or whatever, that's where it all went, to shit for me.
With Christianity, certainly, but we see it way before that. Even when
oh, we do, but
I was doing a Christmas thing for Atheist Edge about 2 years ago, and he, the first one, what the hell was his name? Jim. And when I was looking into is Genesis like one or two or something like that, and I was looking into why were there 7 days, and it was talking about the 7 tablets of Gilgamesh, and okay, well, why were there 7 tablets? And it's going through this thing where it is, as above, so below. And as, God is the king of the realm, the king is the king of the land. And as, the other gods submit to the one true, the one true God, so shall the people do to the one true king. And again, it depends on the area and the time and There's different ways, but it is always this as above, so below. Like there's this hierarchy that is expressed in the books to tell the people this is what one ought to do to win favor with one's creator. And yeah, so I mean, we've been doing it for a very, very, very long time. And even like when I'm looking at Cleopatra, when she had her first son cesarean by Julius Caesar, she was concerned about how that would look to the people. So she started having these billboards or whatever, like these carved on buildings of her and Caesar, and she as her as Isis and him as Horus, and he was like the next coming of Horus, and you was God, and you should worship. Well, I say worship him, but you should honor him as you would Horus the god, or as you do Horus the god. And it, there's already a religion there, but she's using it.
Yeah.
So that, her son doesn't get ousted or killed or,
Do you know how, a lot of people before monotheism kicks in had many, many gods. Do you think people were just getting lazy like they are on social media and shit now? Or do you think it's a natural progression? I've always thought to myself, people must have been like, for fuck's sakes, all I do is go to temples and pray for this and that and whatnot. Can't we just, pack this in and get, tighten it up? I often,
wait, what was your question? What do you mean?
Well, you got a time in Roman times and Greek times and Egyptian times where they got gods for everything. And then it's another 1,000 years later or whatever. And, people are centralizing. We got one God in this religion, one God in this religion, and so on. I wonder, was that a natural evolution of religion, or was it just laziness because people were getting fed up with the crap?
That's a good question. And I think it predates written history, but
right.
From what we know, as once writing was introduced, certainly everybody had multiple gods. It was,
if you go back to, I think it's like Zoroastrians or whatever they're called, they were pretty singular. They had the one god, and then they had the Ungru Minor or whatever. That's basically the devil before the devil came along, right? Dude had horns and hooves and everything, right?
Yeah, but we've been seeing the writings for like 7,000 years. Like Zoroastrianism, that was like, God, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
right?
And we're even to the point where you remember I want to say it was 1500 BC is when you had, was it Akhenaten that was killed because he wanted everybody to only worship the sun god?
Yeah. I often think, Moses leads everybody out of Egypt from bondage and whatnot. And it was, similar time archaeologists figure to the whole, the heretic pharaoh there, Akhenaten, the Aten god only. That seems to be a pivotal moment to bring monotheism to people, even though Egypt didn't follow it afterwards. He
tried, but it was obviously very unpopular even at that time.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, man. That guy almost got erased from history in the land of, monuments and everything, right? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, even my understanding is that I can't even say most, but it wasn't uncommon for people to have a primary god, but to even at that time, I don't even know how you could justify there is only one God, because every land had their own god. And you know, and at that time, like each area had their own primary god, and my god is the god of this land. And you know, and if you won a war, it was because your god had favor on you, or my god has the bigger dick.
What if it was a thing where the gods got democracy in their land and Yahweh ended up getting elected? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I don't think it happened quite like that, but
Zeus was
haven't really
pissed
looked
that he
into it.
didn't win because he had a great campaign. He didn't have the orange spray tan, but you know,
Zeus. I mean, Zeus is a pretty big following. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, you know. Yeah.
But I mean, you know, at that time, that's how it was. So I mean, if somebody came and conquered your land, like clearly their god was real, because a god is what would help you win a war.
Yeah.
And you know, if your god can't then not be real, it would just mean that their god had the bigger dick.
Think about this out of the future. As religion seems to get smaller and smaller and smaller, will the Church of the Spaghetti Monster rise and take over, and we all like enjoy pasta restaurants or something?
What is the Church of the Spaghetti Monster? So I've heard of pastafarians, but like what do they do?
I think it's a whole bunch of atheists just being jerks. I think that's what it is.
I'm very familiar with that.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought you were supposed to be a Purple's Christmas stream. What happened with that?
Well, our Christmas stream ended up getting out of hand. And then just as we were going to wrap up and I was going to pop into a couple other places and stuff, my son didn't have the best time with mom and came home. And then he was, So I had my son, I had my son home, and then,
okay. No, yeah, I get it. Yeah. No, because I remember popping in here like 3 different times, and like the last time I was like, it's been 6 hours. Are they still going?
Yeah, it went 8.5 hours or something. Wow. It was crazy. You know, I think it got like 1.4 thousand views or something. So that worked out.
Way to go.
Yeah. I'm not complaining there. That's for sure. You know, I ended up drinking an entire 15 pack of beer.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised too. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, come on, son, let's get you to bed. I tripped going up the stairs. He's fucking laughing at me.
I love it.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah. I mean, he's
my
almost 17, so it's not that bad, right? He's not like he's 5, you know? Yeah.
Right. No, my ex, that happened to my ex, and my son was actually 18 at the time. And he was like, Luke tripped up the stairs. And I'm like, wait, what? Okay. Come on.
I remember a thing. I was like 15 years old. I had a buddy coming over to spend the night because in the morning we were going to go do something. I can't remember what it was, right? And meanwhile, we had it all set up. We had some stuff at the top of the stairs to go down and take the basement over as ours. There was a couple of blankets wrapped up and stuff, and there was a 26er of rye whiskey in the blankets. And my mom knew that we just wanted to screw around and be brats. I think I might have been actually like 14. I can't remember. But, and then my pops showed up drunk from like an after business meeting and whatnot. And he didn't want us in the way because he wanted to have fun with mom and stuff. So he was like, fuck, who cares? Let him go down there. And he kicked the shit down the stairs. And we both look at each other and wait for the smash. But it didn't happen. And the bottle survived. It was hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I don't have very many memories of my father being drunk, but that's one of them for sure. And it worked out in my favor. It was awesome.
I'm sorry, Doc, are you still here?
Maybe.
He could fall asleep on us.
Yeah, he could be doing something at home, you know, every now and then.
I don't know. Am I still here? I don't know.
Hello, Dunk. Are you still here?
Well, I was feeling bad because I feel like I'm talking a lot. And I was like, oh, wait, there's 3 of us.
Dunk, what do you think? Where should we go next here?
We
could write a song.
Damn.
What have you got
No,
lost
no, no,
in
no.
your bum?
No, we can do other things. So how was Christmas? How was everyone's Christmas? What did anyone do?
So this is Christmas. I had a good time. We had an early Christmas with my son. So we had our meal a couple of days early because it was Mom's year this year. I knocked it out of the park with a couple of gifts and whatnot that he just absolutely loved. We had some, we go through the old Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and all the old Christmas specials like that and whatnot. And then he took off for Mom's and he came back twice unexpectedly because he got annoyed and whatnot. So I got way more time on my off year than I thought with my son this year. It worked out great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, my daughter went to Illinois, which is where we're from, to spend time with my mom. I, phoned it in on the day of. We didn't really do a lot. Exchange gifts. I guess my claim to fame was mostly like my Christmas streams, so which is fun.
Yeah.
I was filling in for a friend, and decided to like start a fight, and that was fun. And yeah, poor Purple. She's probably like, man, I can't take this chick anywhere.
That's funny. Hey, Dunk, what about Christmas over at the swamp?
We got through it. Kept your head down. I don't know what is this Christmas you'll speak of. We weren't celebrating Christmas. We were celebrating Saturnalia and Mithras. None of that bloody modern Christian stuff. Yeah. We were doing proper pagan
Fat man
stuff.
in red comes down my chimney. I fucking shoot him.
No, he wasn't wearing red. He was wearing green, which was the traditional color, not this red shit that Coca-Cola invented.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of Coca-Cola in modern Christmas, isn't there?
Oh God, well, there's a lot of Coke. In many ways.
Let's have a Colombian Christmas.
Well,
a lot of people in it.
I didn't know what to get you this year for Christmas, so here's some cocaine. Oh, thank you, Grandma.
Well, that is one way to have a white Christmas.
Yeah.
No, like a couple of people in the chat are just like, there was no snow this Christmas. I can't remember the last time I saw snow on Christmas. I was not in it.
This whole thing about white Christmas and snow at Christmas is bollocks. If you actually look at the statistics, white Christmases are really, really, really rare.
Not in Canada.
The only time you see them, well, not in Canada, obviously. Well, obviously, it's always snowing in Canada, even fucking summer.
Yeah. Well, not where I live, though. Right. We've gotten 2 light little dustings of snow, and that's it. I mean, right now it's 6 o'clock, the sun's down and whatnot. I'm partially way up the Rocky Mountains, but it's 9 degrees Celsius outside.
It's how much?
9.
9. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in a little warm spot, a little microclimate, and I'll be lucky to see snow in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe or so.
Yeah, it's way too warm for snow.
Oh yeah, it's nice for me. I love it.
I mean, well, I'd be all right, but yeah, it's not. Snow does not love it.
Yeah. No. I'm not a big fan of snow anyway. I mean, it's all gorgeous and pretty and especially when you're a kid, you can go out and play in it and all that kind of stuff. But as a grown up, it's horrible. It turns brown and slushy and icy and
it makes me buy expensive tires for my car. I got to shovel it.
Well, it's like when you get that first falling of snow and everything looks beautiful and picturesque and you take photographs and then after that, as soon as you walk through it, it's just that's it, ruined.
Or some asshole drives by in a chipped diesel truck and it's all just black.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't mind snow if it never stuck. Like if it could just fall all day on Christmas and then the roads were always
wash
clear
down the drain. Yeah.
Yeah, if the roads were always too road warmers, so that we don't have to worry about the mess. Yeah. Like that would make me happy. But there's just there's no I don't know. Like I'm not a kid. I'm not gonna make snowmen or snow angels and so there's just no, and then I work at a hospital, so like then you have to like prepare because like half your staff's not going to show, and
Yeah. No, it's a pain in the ass.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
You know. I'm not advocating global warming, but
no,
it's a pain in the ass.
I would not. I would not. I'd rather just sit here and bitch. But like,
Yeah.
if we could all like join hands and kumbaya our way into like a normal climate, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Uh,
Yeah. We need to bring back Noah because he had a really good one-on-one link with the dude that controls shit, right?
What, Elon?
Yeah, exactly,
Elon.
right? Yeah. Speaking of which, though, there's been a couple of times I was going to report because it came up that there's a couple of companies that are seriously looking at both capturing carbon dioxide physically and then just burying it. Oh, for God's sakes! And
yeah, that was called coal, wasn't it?
yeah. Exactly. And the other one is you've got a few companies that are now experimenting with like seeding clouds for rain and stuff. Now, we've all seen the movies, people. We're never as smart as we think we are. And if you start screwing with Mother Nature on that level, like maybe capturing carbon is okay, but you're still going to have to deal with it after. If you just bury it, it's going to come back to haunt somebody else, right?
Yeah.
But screwing with like the weather patterns and the clouds and whatnot, just don't. Just don't.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think in the future there will be technological stuff that will help us moving forward.
Yeah.
But at this moment in time, I think there's an awful lot of people seeing the dollar sign. Not because they want to save the planet, because they're going to get government funds directed to them. And,
that's right.
And grants and all these kind of stuff, and they can make millions and billions and billions.
Yeah,
they don't give a shit about the planet.
Yeah, they're just looking to be the next Stark Enterprises, right?
And I'm totally cool with that.
I think there's a few, but not many.
I'm totally cool with billionaires not giving a fuck about the planet, but can we like incentivize them to care about things that people who do care about the planet care about?
If you're gonna set up a tax break structure, don't do it over a few jobs that mean not very much considering all the tax breaks you give and stuff. Make them do planetary good.
Yeah,
I've got a brilliant way to carbon capture. What we do is we clone thousands and thousands of Greta Thunbergs and then bury them in a mine.
Why would we do that?
That will help. Fuck. That would work.
I'm sure he meant Mitch McConnell's.
Whatever, that too. Just clone them and that captures the carbon and we can bury them.
But if you put both of them in a mine and they all start breeding, they could come out as little lawn gnomes and attack us and stuff, right?
Oh no, that would be like the time machine, where you got the Morlocks.
Yeah. That movie, man. That movie went from
Mr. Spock in the chat. He says, "Yes, brilliant, Dunk." See, I know how to sort out the planet. Carry on, Dick.
You can't pay people to make comments like that and then claim you're actually smart for it.
Yeah, you get a $5 later, Mrs. Spock. Sorry, Dick, you were saying that movie.
Kind of $5 or
that movie.
Yeah. But yeah,
a 5-figure nickel shuffle.
That newer remake of the Time Machine. I watched that movie, and at first it's a science fiction person's movie, right? It's all time travel and everything and blah, blah. And then it turns into some weird monster movie, and I was just like, oh, God. Didn't do it for me. The book is a great read, but when you watch it play out and they're skipping parts of the story and stuff so everybody can go rawr, rawr, and whatnot, it just, it didn't work for me.
Actually, you're funny you should say that about the book being a great read. H.G. Wells wasn't actually very good at writing. His books aren't that good.
No, it's the cool little
as a read. The concepts in it are fantastic.
And you got to put yourself in the mind of somebody who's like back when he wrote it, right? It's all spectacular and cool, right?
No, I love old science fiction for those reasons, but
they
they make bad movies usually, unless you just like change them radically.
Yeah. I watched an episode of DC's Legends of Tomorrow, and they end up interacting with the guy who's like becomes the king of Godzilla movies way back in the day and stuff. And it was hilarious, man. It was really funny. It's a very strange show, that show. The first season's kind of boring. Second season's okay. And then they finally stop taking themselves seriously and just have fun, and it goes off the rails, and it's freaking hilarious. It's really entertaining. Absolutely. Very cool. War of the Worlds. Oh, man, I was really disappointed with the Tom Cruise movie.
Tom Cruise remade War of the Worlds?
Yeah, it's boring.
Interesting.
Oh no, there's some really good. There's some really cracking stuff in that film. But I still prefer the Victorian England fighting against the Martians, and that still has never been done properly. They've tried a couple of there was a BBC thing where they tried to do it set during the Victorian period in England, but they fussed around with it so much it wasn't the War of the Worlds that we know.
Oh, too bad.
And in fact, the sad thing is the best War of the Worlds is that bloody Jeff Wayne album.
I'm not sure.
You know, dum dum dum.
Oh yeah,
dum dum dum.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know,
and then he ruined that as well.
yeah. A few people in the chat said, "Oh, it's not a bad movie. It's okay." And actually, you're right. But when Tom Cruise does that whole thing, they put him in that situation where he either has to let his son go off to fight or run off to save his daughter or whatever. To me, it was just such manufactured drama at that point. It really pulled me out of the moment and made me go, "Oh, fuck, here we go."
Yeah, well, that was specifically a Spielberg-esque moment.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that ruined it.
That's the thing that Spielberg is good at. But you know, for you in that moment, it kind of like failed.
Yeah,
I think for some other people, they saw it differently and they probably liked it. But yeah, it's very hard.
Yeah, I mean,
very hard to decide whether or not it's good or not.
Yeah, you know. I mean, I have a thing with that contrived drama, though, because, oh, my God, that's so prevalent in some modern television shows, you know? You know, oh, you lied to me about something. Well, no, I just didn't tell you one thing. Oh, there's half a season where we hate each other, but we'll eventually fix it and get back together. Yeah. I've not seen that before. You know, it just gets old.
Yeah. It's like contrivances in drama and TV. It's like see it all the time when all of a sudden, you know, two people are talking and all of a sudden there's a fucking argument going on. Yeah, because the argument needs to happen.
Yes,
and it's like, well, what were you arguing about?
Yeah.
You just no, there was nothing. You just made it up. You just made it happen.
Yeah, they'll even do things that go against the core of the character they've built to that point just to make it happen. And you're like, oh God, right? You know, it just ruins it, right?
Yeah.
It's lazy.
Yeah, I have a hard time watching movies. It's just like everything's like a ex machina now. Yeah. It's not even like, remember it used to be that one twist at the end where it's just like, you know, like, thank God this one thing happened or else. But it's just like everything is like that now, where it's just like, you know, I don't know, not even believable anymore. And everything's a remake. Remember when writers used to have some kind of creativity?
That drives me nuts, especially as somebody who was like a musician for years, you know. They'll make a movie that has the title of something else. It's barely relatable anymore, but they're, you know, like that movie that came out, Battleship. You know, toy movies are popular. Quick, we'll license Battleship
based on the board game.
Yeah. You know, and
Yeah.
I watched that whole movie just waiting for somebody to say, "You sunk my battleship," like the commercial, and
Yeah.
it didn't happen. I was disappointed.
Yeah, it should have had like two kids with a sheet of paper with X crosses on it with a pen. Do you remember when battleships? The battleship game where that came out with all the pegs and the little ships.
Yeah,
I had
That's
battleships
right.
when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it was just like sheets of paper.
Yeah.
And you drew on it where your ships were, and then
Exactly.
you crossed them out with a pencil. And it literally, the box was a tiny little box. It wasn't very big, but
Yeah.
it literally just came with sheets of paper with crosses with a grid
Yeah.
on it with a map and water and two pencils. That's how the game came.
Yeah.
And you fucking drew it on yourself and then marked off with a pencil. But but they had to make it all this really fancy electronic thing where you press the button and you go, "Oh, you sunk my battleship."
Well, here
And then they turned it into a movie that had nothing to do with it whatsoever.
I know.
Tell us another one, Grandpa.
Yeah. I've got one of
I
the
remember
original.
when I got for Christmas a stick and a hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
But
Dave, carry
here,
on.
look right here. Just above the phone there, that gray thing, that's one of the original electronic battleships right there on my shelf. Yeah. And I remember like a movie out of that's ridiculous. All you've done is bought the name. It was just so bad. Ugh.
I tell you, it was also funny. On your wall behind you, you got the Simon game.
Yeah, I love
And
Simon.
Of course,
Yeah.
and of course, today I was watching. It came on the telly. Had to watch it. Close Encounters, and of course, at the end of Close Encounters, you got them with the keyboard and the big colourful board at the back. They go doo 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 doo, and they're repeating it. Boo 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 boo.
Yeah.
And when Simon came out, I thought, you just copied Close Encounters. You've got a big UFO, and you basically have to repeat the patterns.
Yeah.
Just like they did in Close Encounters. I thought, and then no, they stole it from an ELO album.
Yeah, well, that's true too. I mean, when I wanted that for Christmas, I got it in like 75 or 6 whenever it came out or whatever, right? And I didn't know what it was. I just wanted it because of the way it looked in the toy catalog. And when I discovered it was just a, tap the buttons memory game, I played with it anyway. I didn't care because it still looked that cool.
It was very addictive.
Yeah.
It was very addictive back in the day.
Yeah, I haven't
you
played
got
with
it
this
wrong.
since the 80s, but they haven't. Well, let's say a new one, but I was playing one early, like the turn of the century called Bop It. I don't know if anybody remembers.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yep.
But yeah, no, in the 80s, I used to love playing that thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I used to have
it was
that little
cool.
telephone car thing behind you too when I was little.
I remember another one. It
It was
was
just like a Toys R Us.
Yeah. I got a few cool things back there. In the box right there, that's an Albert Einstein action figure still in the box.
What?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
That's
super
insane.
cool.
Used.
Yeah. Purple rhymes with orange. Sloth Girl. Sloth Girl sent me that.
Oh, cool.
I found a picture. Stop it with the thing. I found a picture of the Einstein action figure, and I posted it as, oh my God, if I ever see one of these, I want it so bad. And Sloth Girl found it inside of 2 weeks and had it in the box sent up to me.
No way.
Yeah, it was unbelievable the way it all happened.
See, I've got the Richard Feynman one, and I think if the two of us were kids on the same block, you'd have your Albert Einstein, I'll have my Richard Feynman. Then we go, let's fight, and here comes the Hulk, and we'll have the Evil Knievel on his motorbike, and the Dukes of Hazzard will come in and rescue them, and it would be a great game. No sight, and obviously I've got the radio controlled. What do we call him? I've forgotten this fucking
Knight
name.
Rider?
No, the little wheelchair fella. Scientist.
Hawking. Yeah.
Hawking, I've got the radio controlled Hawking.
I would love to have an actual radio controlled Stephen Hawking. Oh, I love that.
A radio control.
Yeah.
With a voice changer built in.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm.
They did that on Big
come on,
Bang
you know.
Theory. One of the dudes on Big Bang Theory made one, and everybody said it was not cool. I was like, it's super awesome. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make? No, I don't care.
I was going to say you have issues, but then I thought it would sound too mean.
Yeah, no, you're probably right, but that's okay.
Yeah, we do have issues. We do have issues because we haven't got the things that we want.
Yeah.
Join the fucking
yeah.
club, guys.
It's not on Amazon.
There's, right now,
I've
there's some guy on Alibaba listening to us right now going, I'm going to make one. Yeah. Well,
But I want the voice changer.
Yeah, he spoke a different language. But yeah. There has to be like a low-end version that's like $70 where he just boots around. But then you got to have like the $99 model where we can speak and it can be voice changed. It's got to be.
The universe is a beautiful place. It's so full of crap and idiots.
Yeah, I hope the $70 one has, like, you can't talk to it, but it talks to you. It says things like, the earth is round. Climate change is real.
Yeah.
But you also got to have him so like, you got to have it like a modular system, so you can take your Stephen Hawking ready controlled doll, but also put him into like the Dalek body, so he can be like Davros, and have Daleks around him.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's Doctor Who, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Doctor Who?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doctor Who. Yeah.
I barely know what you're talking about at this point.
No, that's not my fault. That's your problem.
Could be. Where do I start if I'm going to watch Doctor Who? Should it be Doctor Hook?
Doctor Hook. Yeah, watch Doctor Hook. Yeah, don't watch Doctor Who.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But what actor that plays the Doctor should I start with if I was going to start watching Doctor Who?
No. To be honest with you, none of them. They're all, because
It's all rubbish.
Because even the ones that there's lots of people will say, I grew up with that. That's my Doctor. That's what the period. Mine was like Tom Baker and John Pertwee, and they're the ones I remember. But the actual shows are just so cheap and nasty that
don't do that to me. Send me to a good one. Do I watch the new one?
I did. It's called Firefly. No, don't watch the new one. That's even worse. It just the funny thing is about Doctor Who it was kind of like cheap and crappy at the beginning. It stayed cheap and crappy for years and years and years, and then they got expensive. But then it's still like just shouty and crappy. You just got more budget thrown at it, and it looks better, but it's still crappy. I don't think I could.
You're a great salesman. You should work for the BBC. I bet for advertising you would.
No, but watch Firefly. Watch that. That's much better. But yeah, not Doctor Who. I mean, you can try Doctor Who right from the beginning, but you've got to accept like the paper mache sets and the wobbly walls and everything.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We cannot talk about TV shows and stuff and whatnot without Firefly coming up, can we? You're just not going to stop until I fucking watch it, are you?
Well, I have never watched Firefly, so you don't have to worry
You've
about
never
me
watched
doing that.
anything.
What's your point?
I don't know.
Well, we'll have to get you on the what's it called? The Plex server, Maya.
Netflix.
We have a we have a private Plex server full of all kinds of stuff. I'll hook you up into it. It's really cool, and you can't share though. We can put some of these things in for you to check out. I think we've got everything but some Doctor Who. We got Firefly. I avoid it every time I look for a TV show. Doug's going to explode.
You only avoid it because I keep telling you to watch it. That's the
right.
reason why.
What's it even about? Like,
what, Doctor Who or Firefly? Firefly is basically what a Han Solo series should have been like. Because I used back in the day when Star Wars came out, I got a bunch of books called the Han Solo stories. There were like 3 books written before anybody in Star Wars was writing all this, extended universe of Star Wars, and I loved them. Now, what Firefly did was kind of like pick on that kind of idea of a Han Solo renegade kind of character who's fighting, against the big empire, who in this case is like an alliance or something, but also slinging a bit of like it's like Western kind of colonial, well, not colonialism, like what do you call it when just trying to tame the West. There's so much. No, I'm not really selling
imperialism.
It's like a Western in space, but it's great characters, and they're just wonderful characters, and you just fall in love with them.
You know what we should do?
It's really hard to describe.
You know what we should do is we should get everybody on the Plex server together for one of those watch togethers where we can be in like a Discord room or whatever chatting while we watch, and we could put on the first episode and see what the entire group thinks or whatever, right?
Yeah, well, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it on the Discord.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I got a shout out to do here. Commander Prankster came in with a $25 direct donation for, I got to put that down to do it, the Boom Boom Fund. Woohoo! Oh, yeah. And then I think if I do this one, I get I get explosions and stuff too. So cool. Thank you, Commander Prankster. In the fund it goes.
Was it the bum fund?
Yeah, boom. yeah. Only lube 3/4.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Sorry.
What did I miss?
Oh, we're just doing the throwback joke to earlier. Yeah. Things that get lost in people's butts. It was
you have a fund for that.
Yeah.
Novel.
Yeah. No, that's the Boom Boom Fund. That goes over to Ukraine.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's very nice.
Yeah, we have a link that I send to every weekend after the show, and then once again at the end of the month, and it goes into the fund that Captain Starsky, but Operator Starsky, his unit gets to pull from for when they need stuff and whatnot, right? Yeah, it goes direct to them pretty much.
And they get discount from lovehoney.com. So they get all the sex toys they want.
Yeah, with handles. Because you don't want to lose that thing. Yeah.
One of my friends just sent me a Trump disqualification tracker.
Oh, cool. You got to send me that link because I could put that up over New Year's and we could watch it.
Oh my God! No, yeah,
because he just got ripped off of Maine's, right? He's done
he
there.
Just got ripped off of Maine's. California said they're keeping him on.
Really?
Is this like the Santa tracker from NORAD?
Yeah, but much more destructive.
Yeah, they've got litigation status pending, voluntary dismissal by plaintiff, dismissed, pending appeal, and disqualified.
It sounds like this should be turned into a board game.
So there's
God. Patented by the Shills right here, right now.
Go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 disqualifications and two more pending appeal.
Wow. And now, I mean, I said this earlier because it was Duncan and I talking on the show. So you got a Brit and a Canadian, and we don't really know. But doesn't being taken off of the state's ballots pretty much make you null and void to somehow rule the country when you can't even be voted for in those states? Or does that just mean he can't get votes from them, so it's going to be harder?
They can write him in. But yeah, he's not going to be on the ballot, which ostensibly makes it harder. But we have a lot of racists in the country that are just really attached to the guy. So I am not convinced that he still won't get enough write-ins to make the nomination, but they're very blue states. So
I can't.
Neither state is expected to go Republican in the general. So I don't know.
It blows my mind after everything everything and all that's been done around him and what he's done and proven to do and whatnot and so on, that he has enough support to be pushed out of a pool when drowning, let alone, go for the presidency. It's unbelievable.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I keep meaning to figure out who this person was because I haven't seen it in like a couple of years, but there was an evangelical like preacher that is supposed to be like really prophetic or whatever, and he saw Trump as the next president, and from there all the everybody just kind of lined up after him.
Wow.
And so
did he
that's
throw
how
up,
he got
did he
into
throw up
office.
some asparagus into the air to figure that one out?
His wife did.
I was not there. So that's how he got into office the first time. And I actually did see on Twitter everybody saying that Trump's the new Messiah, and he's, it was prophesied that he'd be in the
What the
in the White House. And
does that mean we can put him on a cross?
Quick, give me a spear. I'll finish it.
There's so many people trying to crucify.
A hefty cross.
There are so many people trying to crucify this man. But like they allowed Fox News and OAN and Breitbart and all the things to say, oh my gosh, like Trump's Tucker Carlson, God, fuck that guy. The economy's never been better. Trump's the greatest thing, since Jesus, and we should all like worship at his feet. And I don't know, despite him like not
having a brain
for a while, I just didn't understand what was going on. But they honestly think that you get the benefit of the good times just from sitting in the seat. You don't have to do anything for it. And I've asked a couple of people, I'm like, isn't it kind of like, okay, I'm in the car with a baby. I put the baby in the driver's seat and then I jump out. Now it's a straight road and the car is properly aligned. And the car just goes in a straight line. Does that mean that the baby is a good driver?
Yeah, exactly.
It better learn fast.
Yeah. And even if I mean,
that's what happened his entire, like, he didn't do anything to support the economy.
No. He's a rich guy.
Because he was left a good economy.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, jobs have never been lower, da 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 da. And I'm like, do you remember Obama inheriting a really bad economy,
right,
and doing a lot of things to get jobs back on the table? And so it continued. And if you look at the trends, like anything you'd like, whether it's unemployment or anything else, everything just continued the trend from Obama. In the Obama administration, it was a very stark turn. It's a bit, from high job loss to, minimal job loss.
Yeah.
But it was just like, Black people have never been more employed than any other president under Trump. But like, there's no, and I'm not I'm one of the people where if you were a president of the United States, you just are a war criminal. I'm not praising Obama. However, you give credit where it's due though, right? None of this stuff happened under Trump. He just coasted. He was just like a baby in the car seat, and when the country went off the rails, he was just like, oh, fuck, is this a car?
Yeah.
Just like completely oblivious to where he was and what to do. Cause he's never held a job. All he's ever done was lie.
Yeah.
And collect money.
Yeah. He's bankrupted himself a few times and so on. And he's stepped on people his entire career and whatnot to make sure that he's better than others. And that's who you want to put in fucking power?
Yeah, he'd have been better off if he just took his father's inheritance and not tried to go into business invest.
Yeah, and just
Because-
fucked off and enjoyed it. Yep.
Threw it all up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't. Again, they think that because he was in the presidency, he gets the benefit of, a great economy. So they don't. They just know that the economy was great. They're not like they don't understand like you have to do things to get credit for them. So it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
So they're just like, oh well, it's a great economy, and then it's just because they're being lied to, and then I see so often like, hey Dems, do you really think now that you see Joe Biden's economy, don't you wish we had Trump back? And we're just like, fuck no. Why would you even think that? And yeah, when you look into it, it's just like, okay, well, they're being lied to. They don't actually look into things. They're just told,
they
Biden
lie about
has
the
a
numbers as
bad
well.
economy. No, they're never told they're never told the truth.
Yeah,
They're just told, Biden has the worst economy. Yeah, Biden has the worst economy. You don't even have to introduce numbers. You just have to say what they want to hear. And they're like, I wanted to hear that. I shall believe. And, it's just
did you hear about his message on Truth Social?
Which one?
Like, was it on Christmas Eve? When he was
Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, yeah.
Oh, Christmas Day, yeah. When he was basically telling all his opponents to rot in hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of my friends did send that to me. It was like, here's Joe Biden's message. Now here's Trump's.
Yeah, because that's the sort of thing Jesus did, isn't it?
Yes.
If we're comparing messiahs, Jesus went out and said, "Hey, everybody, rot in hell." Yeah.
No, here it is. They spied on my campaign, lied to Congress, cheated on FISA, rigged a presidential election, allowed millions of people, many from prisons and mental institutions, to invade our country. I don't know where he's getting any of this shit. Screwed up in Afghanistan. And Joe Biden's misfits and thugs like deranged Jack Smith are coming after me at levels of persecution never seen before in our country. It's called election interference. Merry Christmas. That was his truth. Yeah.
I've
just a bunch of like rampant lies, and nobody's going to look into any of this. It's just it's one lie after another, separated by commas. Oddly, not even a sentence. And no, they're just going to be like, yeah, that totally happened. And this,
they can barely read anyway.
These are my countrymen. So yeah, I mean, we're fucked. I don't know what to tell you. I just have to hope that enough Dems get off the fucking couch to override people who think that this is a thing.
I'm having like some dropped frames issues and stuff. I think the OBS software is literally about to crash on me.
Okay. So stream over.
Well, I mean, we're an hour and a half in now anyway, so maybe that's not a bad time, right? But yeah, I've got like a couple of error alerts kicking in and whatnot, and yeah, it sucks.
No worries.
There's a couple other issues that we've had lately with tech things too, and companies out there, God, if any of you are listening, please stop with the flurry of updates because shit's conflicting too much all the time. What we need is stability, not this bullshit. Stop it. Never mind new features and stuff. Fix your shit. Go and do the code. Do it properly. It's driving me crazy. For God's sakes, my computer is as clean as they come, and it's driving me crazy. I'm barely using half of my computer. I shouldn't even be having issues right now. It's not a lack of performance or anything, right? The software's just fucking right up.
Yeah. So the stream at my end is glitching out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's having It's having an unbelievable time. I'm dropping huge amounts of frames, and I don't understand why. The render engine in the background is failing. So let's do a say goodnight. We'll wrap it up, and if anybody's into it, we can head over and hang out in Discord. Yeah, I can see it right now. It's literally like a fucking slideshow, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
So, if anybody wants to, let's hang out in the Discord for a bit. I just got to have a quick snack, and I'll see you over there, and we'll see what's going on.
All right. Bye, everybody.
See you soon, everybody.
Okey-dokey, Smokies.
Thanks for
Stay
joining
chilly.
us. Yeah, and I hope you can even hear us right now. I don't know what the hell's going on. Let's get
No
the fuck
clue.
out of here. I'm hitting the button. Fuck it.
Dawson smells.
Yeah. And thanks to our supporters and everybody here. I'll make the thing come up. Maybe we'll get one heart of it on screen. All right. Good night.
Bye.
Kissy kisses.
Bullshit thing. Still royally pisses me off. Here, I'm just ending the stream. It's